Great to have you with us from Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Carolina. Conference bragging rights, just part of the stakes as these two get set to square off. It's the UTEP Miners and the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
It is a new era at Coastal Carolina as new head coach Ryan Beard takes over. This is a program that has been able to sustain winning, and he's got to keep that going. He's got a great reputation as a defensive coach, but Coastal Carolina puts points on the board. We'll see if they're able to keep up that offensive firepower under their new head coach. It is a new day here for the Chanticleers. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Coastal Carolina's offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. Trying to get the corner. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
The Chanticleers will line up to punt it away. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So UTEP's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Out wide left, it's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Miners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Knocked down immediately.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
3rd and long right here. Looking downfield, it's Colson. Oh, pressure's coming. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The Miners line up to punt it away. High and away, headed toward the sideline, just the way he drew it up. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it! And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Right side, it's Washington. On the move at the 30. Makes the catch, and he's free. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to go.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Back's looking for the goal line. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good timing.
And this one splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's going to be brought down on the return, but there is a penalty flag on the field. I'm not sure what this one's about. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. Drops back on first down. Left side is Smith. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on it.
That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on second and short. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Miners will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the Chanticleers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Trying to make one miss. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Short pass. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Grabbed over the middle, it's Thomas. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to throw, it's Colson. Rushes on. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Complete in the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. That pass is incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Blasted as he lets it go. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP!
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown.
Number 91, set to kick it away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Makes a man miss. Still running at the 40. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. He's going to take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Conway. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Stadium.
The shot that clears will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Miners offense all set and ready to start the drive. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
The Miners can really attack on this 2nd and short. And off to Jones. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the ground, he's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Colson. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! Looking for a big play. He's got it down the field. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
Play action on first down. Fires left. Fires left side, it's Smith. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Caught on the RPO. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, UTEP.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Number 91, set to kick it off.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air, it's Bailey. Rush right in his face, and he avoids the sack.
And, man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He's got it down the left side. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Sells to run, looking to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Working the ground game. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Through 3 quarters now, these wide receivers both big parts of the game plan. Here's how they stack up so far. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the 4th. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Burrowing for yardage. Spins away from the defender. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And I know everybody's looking at that clock as it ticks, and we're down a couple of possessions, but nice job getting the first down. But this offense has to stay in hyperspeed, right? Down 2 possessions, got to throw the football, use the sidelines, use the middle of the field, especially as you get close to that 2-minute mark.
Moves the pocket. It's Bailey. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Caught in the backfield. It's Gardner. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Out wide right, it's Hinton. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, shot to clear.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows in the reels, takes it in for the score.
So after the touchdown, they'll try to use this 2-point conversion and get this game to within a field goal. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
That keeps the score. UTEP 14, Coastal Carolina 9. Number 30, set to kick this one away.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. The defense uses a timeout, that's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Sells to fake. Under pressure. And they got it. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
And the Miners decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice move there. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the air. It's Bailey. Working that left side now. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the shot to clear has come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
And how about the answer from this defense? You give up a huge play. What do? Bounce right back, rush the quarterback, put pressure on him, and get the enormous sack.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires on the move. Out wide left, it's Washington. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Touchdown, Coastal! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to give me a stop.
No-brainer this late in the game. Up by 1, you got to go for 2 and try to push it out to a 3-point edge. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Incomplete on the 2-point try. They tried to push this lead out to a field goal, but they'll have to settle for holding a 1-point lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Left side is Smith. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Back to pass on 2nd down. On the move. He's going to run it. Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on 2nd and short. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Wants to throw one first. Unleashes one. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Here comes the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is a big third down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
Sets his feet. It's Colson. Fires complete on the crosser. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Keeping his eyes downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Defense.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. They're all over him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They call this place The Rock. M.M. Roberts Stadium in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. We are gearing up for a showdown between these two teams representing their conferences and hoping to build some bragging rights. It's the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders and the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Well, guys, Southern Miss has turned to a proven leader as their new head coach. Blake Anderson is back in the saddle again as a head coach after stints at Utah State and Arkansas State. He's bounced around as a coordinator, but he is back as the boss, and he is a coach that is able to build good culture and find ways to win. He has been successful in this role before. We'll see if he can do that again here at Southern Miss. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Golden Eagles headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Middle Tennessee State's offense will have the football first. And, David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
Snowed under by the defense. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Plows his way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
That's a really nice job by this defense. Coming out, setting the tone. Great start, forcing a fourth down, forcing a decision already for this offense on the first drive. Really nice job coming out.
And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. All the way back to the 15. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. The Golden Eagles offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. Everybody wants to make big plays, but he's got to take them when they're available and not force things. The lone back's got it. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll move the wide receiver. Jet sweep, trying to get the edge. Jukes his way for more. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dropping back, it's Hampton. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Oh, pressure's coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Keeps it himself. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down.
And, man, they sneak the option in there on third and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a fourth down, and this might be a passing situation.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Right side, it's Lacy. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Right back to it. Sees a crease. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37.
And maybe that's exactly what this offense needed, man. They needed a big play, some kind of momentum to go their way. Offense really hadn't showed up in this football game yet. That gets them going. Maybe the QB gets a little juice. Maybe this is what that offense needed to get rolling.
Running inside, it's Martin. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out wide right, it's Galloway. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now it puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Caught behind the line. It's Lacy. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Gain of 9. Second down.
And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on second and short. Gonna run it. It's Martin. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Inside a minute to play here in the first half. Might we get a touchdown before the break after all? Right side, it's Patterson. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield very late in the half. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
You just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Rush is on. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 91. Set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Hattiesburg. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the rock.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense, trying to set the tone with the run. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Uh-oh, look out. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Sells the run, wants to pass. Look out! That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Hampton. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
From the gun, it's Briggs.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. And the QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Breaks free, just keeps moving. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Rush right in his face. He's got it, and he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the 1st down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Quick step and go. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. That one will give them the lead.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Straight ahead, it's Martin. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out wide right, it's Allen. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Southern Mississippi has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One final period to play. We'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Sells to run, looking to pass. Finds his man. It's Lacy. There he goes. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 50-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Second down to the air. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a second and long.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, this is wild. Late in the game, we're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
Lining up to add another. And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Number 91, set to kick it away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Southern Mississippi will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Looking downfield, it's Hampton. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
What a great play by the defense. And a play like that in this situation of the game, late, it's close, third down, you got to have it. And how about the pass rush? How about the effort getting to the quarterback?
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. He'll do it himself. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Going for 6. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass.
Number 91, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. A quick pass to the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
And the Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the big fella. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Back to pass, it's Hampton. Under pressure. Has to throw it away on 3rd down. Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him, bring him to the ground, and the defense, they win it for their team.
Just great job taking away the initial read, right? Like he wanted to throw the football. Great initial coverage. Then it breaks down a little bit, and now you got to chase. You got to play that second play. They do it masterfully. In a big moment, man, they chase him down, they get to the QB, and they call game and walk out of here with a W.
know the way, and we welcome you to San Jose, California. EA Sports College Football with a showcase high-profile interconference showdown. It's the UL Monroe Warhawks and the San Jose State Spartans. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. The Warhawks will kick off first, and here we go. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Spartans' offense will have the first possession of the game. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
They'll give it to him again. Turning it on. No, he got loose. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First two plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We have got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Riley. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Man, what a start for this offense. That's what you kind of want, man. You want to get in a rhythm. You want to get in the flow. Now, you don't expect 3 plays and 3 first downs, but they'll absolutely take it. But coming out the gates with energy, with passion, executing at a really high level.
Back to pass, it's Weaver. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Pulls it on the option. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you got to love the effort by this defense. They gave up some yards. They got down, though, to third and goal, money down on third down, and they make the big play. They get pressure, they get the sack, and now it's even better because now you force a 4th and goal, but you backed them up a little bit and made this 4th down harder.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Warhawks offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And we get a look at Aiden Armenta. This offense is going to be productive. He will have to play well in this one. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Misses badly on that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
2nd and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Weaver. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Riley. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Shoots it to the left. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Spartans send out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Catch is made at the 15. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've come to the end of the period, and San Jose State is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking for the edge. Now the toss. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Powers inside. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop, and you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
And the Warhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
They're all over him. Got it down the field. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Well, so much for just relying on the running game in the snow after that big play.
And, you know, you always hear the offenses say, I have the advantage. I know where I'm going when the weather's not great. The snow, no problem. Push the ball down the field. Nice pitch and catch with the inclement weather.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Zings it complete to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Warhawks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Drops back on first down. Left side is Anderson. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw again. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Turns it upfield. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one is perfect. And the field goal ties it up here in the 2nd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Number 27, set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To throw, it's Weaver. Oh, pressure's coming. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Unloads to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Flips it out to the back. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him, a little slippery with all those juke moves. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have what's left in this first half. Grab near the marker. It's Jamison. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 1st. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got him this time. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. And he missed it. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Scanning the field, it's Weaver. Fires one high and deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in San Jose than you have? A captivating game so far. This defense has set the tone through 2 quarters of football. They've drawn a line in the sand, and they've held it. It's why they'll take a lead into the second half, and it could be why they come away with a big victory. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at CEF-Q Stadium.
The Spartans will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Second down, going to throw it. Turns it upfield. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You sort of get the feeling here in the second half with the game tied. It very easily could come down to which of these two quarterbacks has the football last. Bit of a blown opportunity there on third down with that incompletion. This guy's going to have to lock in for the remainder of the game.
And the Warhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Hits inside, it's Bates. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Dropping back, it's Weaver. Fires downfield. Right side, it's McClure. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line. And the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
Fresh setter down's going to the air. Nice grab in traffic. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
And the Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, going to throw it. That's caught. It's Anderson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where their quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people on the defense right now. They have no idea who's getting it next.
Takes a hit as he fires. Between the hashes, it's Anderson. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, the quarterback did a really good job there, hanging in and delivering the pass, knowing that he was going to get hit. That really paid off for the offense.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Weaver. Rushes on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Gets rid of it.
It's too bad because these receivers are winning outside one-on-one. If this offensive line can just give their quarterback a little bit more time, there are some plays to be had.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads in the nick of time.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Spartans will punt this one away.
On to kick it away.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. Out wide right, it's Anderson. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Long way to go on second down. Looking to throw. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Look out! And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
After that incompletion, it's decision time now if you're the head coach. Do you stay aggressive? Do you trust your offense to go get this first down, try and eat clock and win the game late? Or do you trust your defense to get it back to you quickly for one more opportunity?
Makes the catch at the 45. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, the last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Second and long here. To the air, it's Weaver. Rush right in his face. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
Under pressure. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
They make the stop for no gain, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With a minute 52 seconds left, the defense will use a timeout trying to get the football back.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The Warhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Trying to take it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Weaver. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right side, it's Bates. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
You know, momentum's a big part at the quarterback position, too. And sure, he threw a pick on the last drive. So let's come out on this one and find some easy completions from the pocket. If it's not there for me downfield right away, let me find my check down and get myself back into rhythm.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Pulls it in. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Score is deadlocked, and we're running out of time. Here comes the heat. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
And these moments can be tight, man. You start looking at that clock, and that thing's staring at you. So I got to pass. Big 4th down and short. You got to get this 1st down. So you got to be thinking about that first before you think about the clock.
And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. First play of this drive. Caught. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Fires to the wideout. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Got the back over the middle. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Out wide right, it's Jamison. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Makes the grab past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
And they'll send out the field goal unit. As the snow comes down, the footing could be a little treacherous on this kick to try to win the game. And his kick is good. His 3rd field goal of the game, and this is the one that wins it.